Hello everybody, I'm Alireza and you are watching my channel Arma Tech. Today I'm gonna review two mid-size speakers from Sony SRS-XG300 and Sony SRS-XB43, and I'll compare them, record sound sample and connect them together. So be with me until the end of the video. Okay, let's start from the specifications. Both speakers are medium-sized speakers of Sony, and both are equipped with two full-range woofers that are X-balanced, rectangular shape instead of circular, and two tweeters and two passive radiators that both shoot out the sides. Another thing that they have both in common is their Bluetooth codecs. Both use LDAC, AAC, and SBC. LDAC is the Sony's developed codec that offers hi-fi and high-res audio, but Sony SRS-XG300 uses Bluetooth 5.2, while XB43 uses Bluetooth version 5, and both are using Party Connect connection protocol of Sony to be connected to other speakers of Sony such as XB series, XV series, XP series, ULT series, and XG series. Both are around 3 kilograms, but this one, XG300, has a retractable handle which make it easier to carry with yourself, because 6 pounds is not light enough to be carried while you are on a picnic. But you can buy some strap and cases for XB43, but it's actually extra cost. Both have light shows, but the light shows on XB43 is much better compared to XG300. The XG300 has only light shows around its passive radiators. I don't know, it's very soft. You cannot see it. It's very soft, hard to see. Look. But this one has full RGB lights around each side, and all its drivers have light effects, LED that flashes while you play music. Another difference is in their battery life. Sony has said that Sony SRS-XB43 can come with you up to 24 hours, which is 1 hour less than XG300, but these are just advertised number. But in actual use, putting them on 80% volume, which is a decent listening volume for your indoor parties, the Sony SRS-XG300 can come with you up to 8 hours if you turn off its lights, but if you turn them on, it can make it around 5 hours, while Sony SRS-XB43 can come with you up to 8 hours if the light shows turned off and volume around 80%, but if you turn on the light shows, it can only make it up to 4 hours of playback time while you put it on 80% of volume. Another difference is buttons that you can find on these speakers. If you open up the lid on the back of these speakers, you can see that Sony has removed party and stereo pairing buttons of XG300, and it has only battery care mode and light button. Another difference is the NFC that is removed from XG300, and I didn't use a lot, but it was nice to have, so it can be a downgrade. Another difference, which is just, I think, names, is the way that they boost up the bass of the music. The Sony SRS-XG300 has mega bass, but while this 143 has extra bass. Both have live mode, and you can also tweak the custom EQ because they both have 3-band EQ. Now let's listen to them and see which one has better sound. Let's go. Okay, let's connect the XG300 first to the application and see what options we get from the app, and then I'll compare the options that we had on XB43 on the app. Now let's check it out. Okay, let's go to the application, Music Center app, and click on the XG300. We can see the percentage of the battery. We can see the codec that speaker is connected with it to the phone, which is LDAC now, and library festival app, which is an application that you can control some features on these two, such as light control, sharing music with your friends, and some gesture feature. For example, by waving your smartphone, you can go to the next track, previous track, increase the sound, decrease the volume, and things like that. Another thing that we can see is my library, which you can use your downloaded music on your phone to play on this on this speaker, and then you can add other application that you can use to play music, such as, for example, streaming apps like YouTube Music, Spotify, Tidal, and Nox, Peers, and so on. And other players like VLC player, media player, and so on. And we have setting. Let's go to the setting. On setting, we have options like sound, power option, illumination, system, and management of Bluetooth. Let's go to the sound. On sound, we have Clear Audio Plus, which is suggested option for equalizing the speaker by Sony. And we have a sound effect that gives us mega bass, live sound, and custom. On custom, we can tweak the equalizer, 3-band equalizer. We can increase the bass, decrease mids, increase treble to reach a V-shaped sound. And then we have DJ effect, isolator, flanger, which I don't recommend to use because it distorts your music. And then we have the Bluetooth connection quality, which allow us to use less hi-fi like codecs such as SBC, or to have more stable connection instead of LDAC, which is high-res codec. And then we go back and we'll check power option. We have a stamina mode, which reduces the bass significantly to increase the battery life. Then we have battery curve, which suppress the charging percentage up to 90%. We have battery level voice, which can check the level of the battery by sound, and power on and off by sound, and auto standby, which let us to turn off the speaker automatically while we don't use it for 15 minutes. Then we have Bluetooth standby that let us, if we check it, we can connect it with other phones to it while we are connected with another. And then when we go back, we have illumination, which we can use to change the lights effect around the passive radiators. It's very hard to see. I don't know if you can see the lights effect. Yes, now we can see it. Okay, we can change the mode of lighting, and then we have system which lets us to update the firmware version of the speaker. Then we have management of Bluetooth connection. We can choose between different devices that is connected to the speaker. We can add or remove other devices on this specific part of the application. Now let's check what we get on here. We have voice command. We have terminating the connection. We can terminate the connection. We can turn off the speaker by the app, and we can add apps like players or streaming services and so on. We have information about the version of the application and other things help. On Music Center setting, we can see what we get: Bluetooth output setting, LDAC prioritize, and we had this on other sections too. And setting for movie file, we can listen to movie files on your devices if we check this one, and Music Center auto launch when connecting the speaker to the your phone. And then now let's check the options that we get on XB43. Let's see. Okay, again the same things goes here. I just go to settings. On the sound, everything is the same except the extra bass that is replaced by mega bass. We also have live, but we don't have custom. We can use custom while we are on extra bass mode and increase or decrease the 3-band EQs. So we don't have a specific custom equalizer without extra bass and live sound. Also we can tweak the equalizers, which I prefer these options. And we also have clear audio and DJ effects. On DJ effects we have jet and noise that we don't get on XG300. And setting system, other options is just Bluetooth codec. Illumination is the same, but it's just more dominant, the lighting show on XB43 compared to XG300. Okay, now let's listen to the speaker and check how they sound. Okay, let's get started. Let's start and listen to these two speakers and compare them. First, I'll play music on SRS-XB43, and then I'll go for XG300. After that, I'll try to connect these two speakers together for who want to boost up their parties. Let's get started. First, I put the volume around 50% and set the sound effect on extra bass mode, and now let's listen to the sound. It's not very loud, and it's just for an ambient sound. It has decent amount of bass and detailed sound, I think, on 50% volume extra bass mode. Okay, now let's put it on live mode with its dedicated button. Let's listen. It gets a little bit, just a little bit louder. It's not as punchy as it's on extra bass mode, but it has more, 3D effects into it. Wider sound stage. It's very obvious that it has wider sound stage. If I want to compare these modes of this speaker together, I should say that on live mode you don't get as much bass as extra bass mode, but you'll hear more detail and more sound stage. If in my opinion, if you're partying outside, I prefer to put it on live mode, and if you're indoor, I think you should use extra bass mode to enjoy the deeper and punchier bass. Now let's listen to XG300 on 50% volume and mega bass. Okay, now let's listen to it. much warmer sound compared to XB43, but also deeper bass, punchier, deeper bass, but it's not as detailed as XB43. Okay, now let's put it on live mode. Listen again. It gets a bit louder, but it's not night and day. The bass is not as punchy as megabass mode, but it's a more detailed sound. Okay, if I want to compare the two modes of this speaker together, I should say that I prefer the live mode because it has enough bass into it and it's more detailed and it has better sound stage. But if I want to compare these two modes on XG300 to XB43, I'm more into extra bass mode of XB43 because it has enough bass. It's not as warm as XG300 and it's detailed enough. So if you want to listen to music for just an ambient sound, I suggest Sony SRS-XB43 because it has a very hi-fi-like sound and it's detailed enough and it has bass into it, although it's not as deep as XG300 and megabass mode. Okay, now let's go back to XB43 and put it on 100% volume, extra bass mode, and listen to it. Okay, if I want this this volume to 50% volume, I should say the Twitter worked much better. And although the amount of bass gets a bit quieter and not as punchy as 50% volume, but it's enough and very good amount of bass onto the sound of this speaker on 100% volume, extra bass mode. Now let's go for live mode and listen again. Okay, if I want to compare these two modes of this speaker on 100% volume, I should say that in terms of loudness, the live mode is significantly louder than extra bass mode. It can get onto 95 decibels, while on extra bass mode it barely reaches 90 decibels, but it's not as punchy as extra bass mode, but it's more 3D like and it has better sound stage, and it really gives you the feeling of being in a concert hall. Now let's listen to XG300 on full volume. Mega bass mode on, and let's start. Okay, comparing it to 50% of volume of itself, it has same amount of bass, treble, and mid. But if I want to compare it to XB43, I should say that it has much warmer sound signature into it, and it's not as loud as XB43, and the details are, not enough in my opinion, and mids are very shallow. Now let's put it on live mode and listen to it again. Okay, as I expected, it gets just a bit louder compared to mega bass mode, and it does not get as punchy as live mode. And I think that all in all, the overall sound quality on live mode on this speaker is better than mega bass mode because it has enough bass into it and more detail and better sound stage. So if I have one of these speakers and I want to listen to music, I put it on live mode. But if I don't have one and I want just buy a new Bluetooth speaker, I should be honest and I'll go for XB43 because although it cannot get as much bass as XG300, but overall sound quality is better. It's more detailed. The musical separation is better sound stage, even on extra bass mode. More hi-fi sound compared to XG300. But if you are someone who wants to take out the speaker a lot, you should opt for XG300 because it has a handle, and you should not buy a extra strap case and something like that with yourself to put it around XB43 each time you want to go out. If you want better lighting and illumination, you should opt for 43. Someone may want better battery life, so he or she should go for XG300. So both have their own benefits and drawbacks, but my choice would be XB43 if I want to buy a new one. Now let's connect these two speakers together through Party Connect connection protocol, and see how they sound. We cannot use stereo pairing since they are not same speakers, so we should go to Party Connect, add the XB43, and create a group, it says it may take around 50 seconds, but it actually took about 10 or 12 seconds. And now let's listen to the sound on max volume, because you connect two speakers together since you want higher volume. So I should put it on 100% volume. Listen to it. Okay, I think they are great on group, and if you have both, you won't lose anything. I think you'll enjoy both of them, and if you have the money, I think it's better to get both, because you'll get the deeper bass of XG300 and detailed sound of XB43. So you should buy both of them. But if we be logical, I think that XB43 is much better choice, especially if you don't take your speaker out a lot, because it's heavy. It does not have any strap or handle, but it has better sound suppression, better detailed treble and mid. But in terms of bass, this guy is a beast, really. It's a beast, and it's really hard to beat. I think it's very beautiful, but I wish it had better instrument suppression. If it had, it would be a really good speaker, but it's very warm sound signature, lacks in detail. So thank you for watching my channel, and I hope you enjoyed this video and it helped you to choose one out of these two speakers. And I hope you subscribe and like this channel to support me. Thank you. Goodbye.